Hi there. Ever had a conversation where someone said all the right things, but something just felt off? Their words made sense, but their body told a different story. In today's video, we're diving into the body language of a liar. The subtle gestures, the nervous twitches, the eye movements they can't control. Because the truth, it doesn't always come out of someone's mouth. Sometimes it leaks through their posture, their voice, or the way their feet try to walk away before the lie is even finished. This isn't just about spotting deception. It's about understanding the strange, fascinating ways our minds and bodies communicate when we're not being honest, even with ourselves. So slow down, tune in, and get ready to see what most people miss. Number 1, the blink betrayal. So, you're having a totally normal conversation, nothing wild. You ask, "Did you eat the last slice of pizza?" And suddenly, not once, not twice, but like their eyelids are trying to communicate in Morse code. Welcome to the blink betrayal, one of the most overlooked but brutally honest giveaways in the liar's body language toolkit. See, when someone lies, their stress levels spike. And even though their words might be smooth, their eyes are having a full-blown panic party. Here's what's happening under the hood. When you lie, your brain shifts into overdrive. It's multitasking like a caffeinated octopus, making up a story, watching the other person's reaction, making sure the timeline checks out, all while trying not to look suspicious. The result? Your nervous system goes, "Nope," and starts blinking like it's buffering. And it's not just rapid blinking. Sometimes it's the opposite. They freeze. A liar might stop blinking altogether for several seconds like a deer in headlights. That's because their brain is too busy building a believable lie to remember how basic eye moisture works. The best part? Most liars don't know they're doing it. You can rehearse a fake story, but you can't rehearse your eyelids. So next time someone swears they definitely didn't take your charger, watch their eyes. If they suddenly blink like they're in a wind tunnel or stare like a haunted doll, congrats. You just unlocked level 1 of human lie detection. Basically, their face might be lying, but their eyelids, snitches. Number 2, the shrug of doom. You ever ask someone a direct question and they give you the verbal equivalent of meh? Like you ask, "Did you forget to submit the report?" And they go, I thought I did? Cue the tiniest shoulder shrug ever recorded in human history. This, my friend, is the shrug of doom, a micro-expression that screams, "I don't even believe what I'm saying, and my shoulder is trying to bail out of this lie." Here's the psychology. Genuine emotions usually come as a full-body package. If you're truly confident in your answer, your body will match it. Your voice, your face, your gestures, all in sync. But when someone lies, there's a weird mismatch. Their brain is saying one thing, but their body's like, "I'm not signing off on this." That's why the one shoulder shrug, or the incomplete shrug, is so revealing. It's like the liar's body is trying to quietly raise its hand and go, "Yeah, no, this is BS." Even better, it often shows up when someone's trying to look sincere. The voice might be calm, the face might be neutral, but that half shrug, that's the body waving a tiny white flag of guilt. Think of it like this. Honesty walks in with its chest out. Lying drags one shoulder behind like it owes rent. Moral of the story? If someone looks like they just argued with one shoulder and lost, you might want to fact-check their alibi. Number 3, the frozen smile. Ah yes, the classic smile. A universal sign of friendliness, joy, and occasionally deep psychological discomfort, especially when it just won't move. Meet the frozen smile. It's what happens when someone wants to look trustworthy, but forgot that humans can tell the difference between "I'm happy to see you" and "I rehearsed this in the mirror for 20 minutes and now my face hurts." Let's break it down. A genuine smile, called a Duchenne smile, named after a French guy who was weirdly into facial muscles, involves more than just your lips. It activates the muscles around your eyes. Think crinkly crow's feet, raised cheeks, soft eyes. Basically, your whole face joins the smile party. But liars? Oh, they bring lip-only smiles to the table. Their mouths stretch horizontally like someone pulled invisible string across their face. But the eyes? Vacant, hollow. Like the lights are on, but nobody's felt joy in years. Why? Because when people lie, They overcompensate. They think smiling makes them look honest, which it can, unless your smile is holding for dear life, like it's stuck in a GIF loop. You'll notice it doesn't fade naturally either. It just ends abruptly, like a broken animatronic at a haunted Chuck E. Cheese. So if someone's smiling at you but it looks like their face is locked in a social hostage situation, maybe don't buy their story or their used car. The frozen smile. Because nothing says trust me like the emotional range of a taxidermy raccoon. Number 4, feet that want to run. Let's get literal for a second. You're talking to someone who says, I'm totally fine, everything's fine, but you glance down and their feet? Pointed toward the nearest exit like they're ready to bolt the moment your head turns. This is the body language version of a fire drill. When someone lies, their nervous system goes into mini fight or flight mode, and surprise, their body starts preparing to flee the scene, whether they realize it or not. The feet are especially sneaky because most people don't think about controlling them. They'll fix their face, keep their hands calm, make their voice steady, but their legs, they're already 3 steps into get me out of here. Psychologists call it directional intent. Your feet will often point toward where your mind wants to go. In honest conversation, people face you directly. When someone's uncomfortable, their feet angle away, toward the door, the hallway, the mental exit ramp. Sometimes they'll even start subtly shifting their weight side to side like they're in line for a bathroom. Other times, they might tap their foot like it's Morse code for abort mission. It's your body's way of saying, we're not safe, must escape. Stop talking about where I was last night. So if someone insists they're not hiding anything, but their feet look like they're halfway to Narnia, trust the shoes. Number 5, touchy face syndrome. Nothing screams, I'm stressed and possibly lying, like someone turning into a part-time face masseuse mid-conversation. We're talking nose rubs, cheek scratches, chin strokes, ear tugs, the whole nervous fidget buffet. This is touchy face syndrome, and it's not just a quirky habit, it's a full-blown psychological leak. Here's what's happening. When people lie, anxiety builds. But instead of yelling, I'm lying, which would be inconvenient, the body looks for tiny physical ways to release the tension. And where does all that awkward energy go? Straight to the face. This behavior is tied to something called self-soothing, your body's desperate attempt to calm the panic party in your brain without letting your mouth give it away. It's like emotional Febreze, but worse at hiding the smell. Studies in behavioral psychology show that liars touch their faces significantly more than truth tellers, especially around the mouth. Because guess what? Your brain still remembers that the lie came out of there. So your subconscious is like, let me just smudge that out real quick. Touching the neck or throat is another red flag. It's a vulnerable area, and people subconsciously protect it when they feel exposed. So if someone suddenly starts massaging their collarbone while telling you they definitely didn't delete your saved game, brace yourself. Remember, it's not just the act, it's the timing. If the face scratching ramps up right after a suspicious statement, ding ding ding, you just spotted a guilt reflex in the wild. Basically, if their hand-to-face ratio goes up faster than their believability, something's off, unless they have fleas, in which case, different problem. Number 6, the fake calm voice. Ah yes, the liar's favorite prop. A voice so calm it practically hums. Almost too calm, like creepily calm. Like someone trying to defuse a bomb using yoga breathing. This is the fake calm voice, and it's the audio equivalent of holding a beach ball underwater. Eventually, it's going to explode and smack you in the face. Here's why it's suspicious. When people lie, their heart rate spikes, their adrenaline surges, and their body wants to show signs of panic. But socially savvy liars, they'll overcorrect. They go full NPR mode, soft, measured, maybe even throwing in a weird chuckle to seem relaxed. But it's not real. Underneath the surface, their body is in full DEFCON 2. The calm voice is like duct tape over a fire alarm. And here's the kicker, that fake calm, it usually comes with weird pacing. Either they speak too slowly because they're carefully crafting each sentence, or they rush, tripping over words like their brain is trying to skip scenes in a movie. Some even go monotone, removing all emotional inflections so nothing sounds suspicious. Ironically, it makes everything sound suspicious. Imagine someone saying, "Of course I love you." In the same tone, they'd say, "The printer is out of toner." So yeah, if someone's voice suddenly turns into a TED Talk about trust and honesty, but their eyes are twitching and their foot's tap dancing under the table, it's time to mentally bookmark that lie. Fake calm is just fear in a fancy costume. Number 7, the honest overload. I swear on my life. Honestly, to be completely transparent, trust me, I'm telling you the truth. You ever notice how the more someone insists they're honest, the less you believe them? That's because welcome to the honest overload. When someone sprinkles so many truth-flavored buzzwords into a sentence, you can practically hear the desperation leaking out. It's a classic liar move. When people feel their credibility slipping, they try to buy it back, using language, over and over. But the thing is, people who are actually telling the truth don't feel the need to sell it. Think about it. When you're innocent, your energy is more like, why would I lie? Confused, maybe a little annoyed. But liars? They're on a PR campaign. They're dropping honestly like it's a verbal seasoning, hoping you won't notice the rotten meat underneath. Psychologically, this is a form of linguistic overcompensation. The brain knows the truth isn't on their side, so it loads up the language cannon and starts firing off trust tokens. Truthfully, I promise, to be fair, real talk, but instead of convincing, it smothers. It's like adding a gallon of perfume to cover up a dumpster fire. Makes it worse, much worse. Even worse, sometimes they'll repeat these phrases in weird places, like ending every sentence with, "I'm just being real with you," even when they're talking about what time they had lunch. So next time someone drops a sentence like, "Look, I swear on everything, I'm being totally honest, 100%, no cap," you might want to double check what they're really hiding under all that verbal glitter. Because sometimes, the more someone says, "Believe me," the more their pants are probably on fire. Number 8, the delay tactic. You ask a question, Vaus, a simple one. "Did you take my charger?" And the reply, "What? Wait, what do you mean?" When? Cue dramatic pause and internal buffering. This right here is the delay tactic. A subtle but powerful indicator that someone's brain is trying to load a lie like it's running on dial-up internet. See, when we're telling the truth, we usually don't need extra processing time. We know what happened, and we say it. But lying? That's improv. That's writing fiction live, on stage, with zero prep. So liars stall. They repeat your question. They act confused. They buy time. Psychologically, this is known as response latency. It's the pause before the answer. The mental space where the brain is like, okay, give me a second to make this sound believable. And not like I accidentally charged my vape with your Apple cable. The best part? The delay is often paired with over-clarifying. Like, instead of just saying, "No, I didn't take it," they'll say, "Wait, are you talking about the charger on your desk? The white one with the little frayed end that you usually keep plugged into the left outlet?" Congratulations, they just wrote the script and revealed way too many details. And if they throw in the classic, "Why would I lie?" that's your bonus round. The delay itself isn't always suspicious. People do pause. But when that pause comes right after a question that should have a fast, confident answer, yeah, you've entered lie loading mode. Remember, hesitation is a confession with a silencer.